Hey everybody, it has been a while. I have not posted in several months. Ooh, God, close to half a year now. Took a new job and really enjoy it, but it also eats up a ton of my time. Anyway, Game Awards trailers. They're pretty exciting. I'm playing the Outer Worlds again, getting back to the DLC that I never got to, and kind of seeing where that stands. So, just landed in Arenados, I think it's called. We're going to be doing a little murder mystery, from what I understand. Pretty cool, pretty cool. The trailer for the sequel. Oh, the self-awareness and the meta humor and the just classic Obsidian vibes. I love it. I love it. And I know there are a lot of naysayers out there saying, "Oh, that team's not there anymore. They don't exist anymore. It's not the same. It's not the same." And what is? Hopefully they're. It looks like they're bringing along the spirit of what made the first game a success and what made New Vegas a success. And between Avowed in February and the sequel to this, probably what, November? I don't know. It might get pushed to next February, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty excited that Obsidian's putting out what they are at this moment.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork is all
Don't care. One thing I really liked about this game is the use of color. New Vegas was so brown, and I know they were kind of working within the limitations of Bethesda's engine at that time, but and it looks like Avowed that's coming out in February is really taking a lot of cues from this when it comes to the color schemes. I like that they're using a lot of purples and reds and yellows. I don't know, it really pops, especially on the OLEDs, the newer TVs and everything. So pretty cool. I don't know if I'm gonna play Avowed right away. I don't play on Xbox. I have a Series X, but I, there's no point really. I haven't used it in well over a year. But when it has its eventual PS5 release, I'll probably play it on that. And it looks like day and date. This is the sequel to this is going to be out on PS5 as well, so I'm not going to have to be concerned about that. Kind of same lines as the Indiana Jones game. I plan on playing it eventually, but I'm not going to go out of my way to plug in a console and play it on the suboptimal settings. And yeah, I can wait a little while. I can wait.
Oh, thank the Lord.
So what else happened in the Game Awards? There was a lot of
You don't know how relieved I am.
it was more about the trailers than it was the awards, I guess. Nice to meet you, Keen.
Constable Maria King.
I think the coolest thing about the awards were, one, it seems like fun factor is a thing again. I really did expect Black Myth Wukong to take the title. Well, I wanted Metaphor ReFantazio to take it, Game of the Year. That was my personal best. And credit where credit's due, it got RPG, it got Art Direction, it got a couple others. It deserved the titles that it got. I wish it would have got Game of the Year as well, but I really did think Black Myth Wukong was going to get it. And let's see. What do you got for me, Doc?
An extraordinary contraction.
And I find it really interesting that the fun factor of Astrobot is what tipped the scales.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Black Myth Wukong was beautiful, and it was technically quite an achievement, and it was impressive that it came from a team that hadn't done much prior. I did find that team's directors hurt feelings after the fact to be kind of amusing, but that is what it is also. We're all human, I guess. I can't say I wouldn't be disappointed if I were in his shoes either. But it was cool seeing Astrobot win. And it was cool seeing Metaphor ReFantazio win what it won. Again, it's nice to see the awards shifting away from technical prowess and that big budget wow factor and more towards how much fun people are having and how much of a piece of art the game actually is. So that's been pretty cool.
Contractually prohibited from endorsing
again, the awards themselves weren't that big of a deal for me. It was more about what was upcoming. Let's go ahead and do the. Let's go ahead and talk about the. What do we got here? Investigative tools. Interesting. No, that's not how it works. Alright. Oh, am I supposed to do it like that? Haha!
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational.
Getting it figured out here. Getting it figured out.
Unauthorized larceny.
So, let's see. Intergalactic. Heretic. Prophet. Whatever. The new Naughty Dog game.
Expiration of begin amplification.
So I really wish they would have just shown more gameplay instead of a 3.5 minute cinematic and 15 seconds of maybe gameplay. I'm a fan of almost every game they've made, from the most recent remaster of a remaster all the way back to, you know, some of their early platformer work on the PS1 and 2.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier.
Thematically, I think it looks cool. 80s influenced space exploration with a bunch of corpo nonsense mixed in. The Adidas and Sony and Porsche logos and the 1980s vibe with the music, and I think it might have been 90s too, I'm not sure. I can't remember the Pet Shop Boys exact era. I was alive for it, I just don't remember when they were super popular. Probably late 80s, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, I dig that vibe, and that little bit of action, I described it as Soulsy to a friend, and they didn't like the comparison, and the more I've looked at it, the more I think they're going to get more of a Jedi Survivor or a oh god, I don't even know how to describe it. Just a regular third-person action. I don't think they're going with any sort of like Souls-like progression system or anything. I think Naughty Dog would be stupid to go away from what they're good at. So I imagine it's going to be highly cinematic. It looked. Well, the little bit we showed made it look like it was going to be melee focused. I assume there will be ranged weapons too. It looks like she's going to be hunting down bounties. I assume there will be multiple tiers of the group of aces that she's looking for. I don't know. I kind of got a old LucasArts Mercenaries vibe, only set on a planet in space and done by Naughty Dog instead of set in Korea. I don't know. It looks really interesting to me, and I love the religious and corporation mix vibe. So hopefully that'll be something. Bald-headed chick could be just as easily a religious zealot as some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Representation that people are complaining about. And regardless, I don't care. If it's a fun game with fun gameplay mechanics and a cool story, I'm down for it. So we'll see what happens. What kind of discrepancy we got?
Stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants. Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular
about their shoe
It's
size.
also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint. Excellent observation, Inspector. The following compounds have been
Not
purple
part of the
berry
Game
residue,
Awards.
nitrogen-rich fertilizer,
But I am super looking forward to Civ 7.
fertilizer, and purple berries can all be
I have been following that series since
located not far from the Grand Colonial.
I was a freshman in high school in '92. God, I'm fucking old. And my buddy Doug had Civ 1 on his PC. and we played the ever-loving hell out
This
of it.
deduction appears.
And Civ 2 came out sometime when I was in high school, and Civ 3 came out when I was in college, and Civ 4 came out post-college, and Civ 5 came out when I was in my early 30s, and Civ 6 came out 6 or 7 years ago, it's hard to say. And holy cow, I have been armchair generaling and couch presidenting for pretty much my entire life with that series. So I am looking forward to seeing where they go with the changes. I think the historical changes they're doing, the different arcs and eras, switching civs from
This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product.
over the ages to the currently dominant ones, I think is going to be interesting. The art style looks ridiculously cool. I love that they're going back to a Civ 5 realistic art style, only much, much more. It appears zoomed in. I assume you'll be able to zoom out because you can in every Civ game. But
This hypothesis is plausible, but requires. Correct. Bertie Blackhole Holcomb is a registered guest at the Grand
Black
Colonial
Hole
Hotel.
Holcomb.
Accessing guest database. B. The Grand Colonial Hotel is proud to serve the following VIPs. Bertie, Black Hole. Burbage 3001.
Burbage
This evidence has been
3001.
recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved complement.
So yeah, Civ 7's the next big release that I'm looking forward to. Big release anyway. And then I'm not really sure what's going on for next spring. I haven't paid that close attention to what the release schedule's looking like. I'm pretty excited that more things are coming. Obviously, I am playing on a PS5 Pro because I'm a sucker that likes to trade in things and, you know, spend money on newer versions of them the minute I can. So far, I haven't experienced any of the negative sides of it, aside from it, you know, I don't know. I sold my original for $350 to a friend, so, you know, it was just another $350. It wasn't that bad to get the upgraded version as far as I was concerned, and I don't have kids, so what else am I going to spend my money on? So yeah, for now, Civ 7's the next big one that I'm going to be looking forward to. I do have like a budget PC with a 3060 Ti on it also, but so we'll see. Civ 7 might get played on that. It depends. It depends on a lot of things. Ooh. Alright. What else is new? What else is new? I've been watching Skeleton Crew. You know, one of the 4 million people that are, which ordinarily would be a decently sized number, but I think for viewership it's not. It's a really fun show. It's really cute. It's got a really fun underlying mystery to it. I'm like genuinely excited to see where it goes. I honest to God thought they were going to do a Sabaoth retcon for Jude Law's character, and it's almost certainly not happening now. Which is kind of a shame. I thought that would have been personally, I thought that would have been a cool twist to drag him into the Thrawn arc that they've got upcoming. But
my apologies, Inspector. All right, my supervisor just walked up. About whom? You know, I'm not much of an ace, and Helen. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry.
or maybe just hungry. Oh, I love it.
Is
But yeah,
she
like
being
it's
dumb or dumb?
Skeleton Crew's basically
I have a bet with a friend. Not
it's
sure
basically
we'll ever
Goonies
get it.
and Treasure Island
Rudy used to be Helen's beau.
in space with Star Wars.
Just because she's dead. If I had a
Spoiler free,
I'd say
relatively
everyone
spoiler
just to
free.
learn what caused their stress.
4 kids from a mystery planet accidental themselves into hyperspace, and Jude Law is possibly helping, possibly manipulating them to get home. The underlying mystery of what's going on with
It
their
looks
homeworld
like kill.
is the
He
real
just
hook for
put her
me.
hit the ground and
Um,
comes over. Man's clearly
along with Neil, everybody's new best elephant friend. I shared a meme online. If you didn't have a friend like Neil growing up, I feel bad for your childhood. He is just a genuine character that is acted really, really well by whoever's acting him. He probably, and it's funny because he's probably the best acted of the children characters. The girl with the visor is also doing a pretty good job. Wim is annoying, but I think he's supposed to be annoying. Some scenes have been really naturally good. When he was casually talking with the girl character about her bike being totally wizard, that line came across really, really smooth, like the kid, like just a kid being a kid. There are other lines he's pushed out that have been pretty poor, I thought, but it also could just be that he's supposed to be the inquisitive, annoying kid. Whose inquisitive annoyingness gets them into trouble. The lead girl actress, I'm less sold on. I didn't care for her in the Pyro movie she was in. God, I can't remember the exact title or what it was, but she wasn't great in it, but that was a script issue. I don't know, she might grow on me. She's got that lip sneer thing that Michelle Rodriguez does that I just don't care for in female actresses, but whatever. The show itself is pretty solid, though. The kids pick at each other the way you would expect kids to.
That's a dashing gunslinger type then.
SM33, Smee, their assistant robot captain, whatever, droid captain of their ship is awesome. Not captain, droid first mate, I guess, of the ship is awesome. He has some scene-stealing moments. Jude Law's good, and I look forward to seeing where he goes with this character. It's more and more, to me, looking like he was Order 66 adjacent and has been hiding out, acting as a pirate ever since. But they could confuse me with that. They could throw me off. So we'll see what happens. But I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I wish more people were having fun with it. Like, it's a genuine hoot. Like, I don't know. It's hard to describe.
Who would be interested? Of interest to your investigation. But I'm sorry, Inspector. I'm not authorized to grant you access to any staff sections of the hotel. You'll have to find a way in on your own.
A couple other things the early spring have to offer. Invincible's coming back, so that's gonna be fucking sweet. We're deep enough into the episode now that I can drop F-bombs, right? Like, this is putting off a test. So yeah, that's gonna be cool, bringing Invincible back. I have read the comics. They're up there. So I know what to expect. Oh boy. That trailer was mean. That trailer was something else. Like, holy shit. I'll probably throw a screenshot of it up here somewhere, but holy shit, that trailer was something else. Had a blast.
Twice the sun. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people who can. Also, please.
So the big question is.
A hard time about getting a better room than his.
There was a very brief Viltrumite cameo in season 1. He in one of the flashback scenes. And if we see him in season 3, probably towards the second half, I'm gonna be crazy pumped and scared. If we see a giant red speaking T-Rex, I am going to be shocked and scared and excited. Blue and black suit Mark is coming.
Most certainly. All the important folks can be found in the utmost parts of the hotel.
Things are going to get wild. If you don't know what's coming, oh man, things are going to get wild. Kid Omni-Man. Oh man, Oliver. Oliver was adorable as a baby and becomes incredibly annoying as a youth. And in my opinion, pretty condescending and shitty as an adult. But everybody has their arcs. Everybody has their arcs in this show. So I don't want to discount anybody's arc, and I don't want to spoil too much. Man, man, you guys are in for a treat. It is going to be just as hyper violent and just as high stakes and just as emotionally important, meaningful, and hitting as a cartoon can get. Invincible is one of those shows that
Hello there.
let's check the guest floor. What? I should be. Okay, take me to the penthouse. You'd think I could go to the VIP if I had the penthouse suite, but oh look, my team's here. This is by the way a solo survivor run. I made the mistake of recruiting Parvati at the beginning, so then I figured I might as well recruit everybody because I wouldn't get the bonuses for never recruiting anyone. And I don't feel like killing everyone off, like that feels mean. So I am doing a solo run though. None of them have come along for a single mission since the beginning. On Survivor, they just die. There's no point in running companions on the hardest difficulty. They just die.
Inspector, I understand you.
So yeah, I think for next year, as wild as this sounds, The Outer Worlds 2 is one of my most anticipated games. Second half, obviously. Civ 7 is my early beginning of the year excitement, and I think being able to play Indiana Jones 5 or Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, is that what they're calling it? The Xbox exclusive. Being able to play that in probably, I'm expecting May on the PS5. I think that's going to be fun. So I'm looking forward to that. But I don't know. There's not a lot of firm release dates on much for next year, and I'm okay with that right now. I'm okay with it being kind of skinny, not knowing exactly what I've got coming. On the PC side, the Build 42 is finally about to drop, I think. Probably Christmas week, maybe around the first of the year. I don't know. We'll see. That's one of the games that I continue to go back to. In fact, I need to find a good whitelisted server with like 8 or 10 friends that we can really, really dig into. Drop in the comments if you'd be interested in doing some co-op Project Zomboid. I am not in the mood to kill strangers. I am in the mood to kill zombies with strangers. So let me know if that is something that would interest anybody. Zomboid is still a $20 game, and it has more bang for your buck than any game that I have ever bought. I'm probably 2,000 hours into that game. I have never lasted more than 60 days, but I do get pretty bored when it gets to the point where you're just like farming and shit. So I don't know. Build 42 is something I'm excited for, and I plan on getting back into it pretty heavily at that point. So anyway, it's been a lot of fun doing a little bit of video gaming with you guys, and talking about some upcoming media and some ongoing media and some upcoming games and stuff. Oh, fun story. If you're a reader, Brandon Sanderson. Goddamn, that dude, that is one hell of an author. He came on my radar when he finished The Wheel of Time for Robert Jordan, after Robert Jordan passed. And Brandon and I have actually had 2 conversations on Twitter, which I'm kind of proud of. He's really cool about interacting with the fans. And I asked about Rand's pipe at the end of Book 13 of The Wheel of Time. And his response was classic and amazing. It was, Mr. Jordan wrote that particular passage and left no notes. And to be honest, that answer was probably better than knowing. So I thought that was pretty cool. The fun story is Book 5 of the Stormlight Archive came out recently, Wind and Truth. And I ordered it, and I've been working a lot, so I had a really difficult time getting around to reading it. And I finally started reading it the other night, and I realized I am completely lost. Like, I must have been just stoned out of my mind when I read Book 4. So I look back and I start doing a recap video on YouTube, and we're getting to the end of Book 3, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I remember happening at the end of Book 4. So I paused it, and I went and found my copy of Rhythm of War, and sure as shit, there is not a single dog ear. And I'm a dog ear person. There is not a... The jacket, sleeve jacket, is in pristine condition. Like, this is a mint copy of Rhythm of War. life must have gotten in the way when Rhythm of War came out, and I guess I never read it. So anyway, after being completely lost 10 pages into Wind and Truth, I am now 30 pages into Rhythm of War, and it's going to be a couple of weeks before I'm caught up, but I'll eventually get there. So anyway, that was kind of a fun story. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to start doing this again regularly or not, but it was awfully good seeing you guys. Take care.